Welcome back to Load Bearing Dad. This is mission 24. Today's mission is all about perseverance. Not grit for the sake of it, not grinding yourself into the ground, but the kind of perseverance that's rooted in purpose. Staying with the work when it's hard and showing up when no one's clapping. And believing the effort still matters. So jump right into your mental reboot, staying when quitting looks easier. Good story about that too. When you think of perseverance, comes to mind. Some people think of athletes, some people think of warriors, but for many of us, it's quieter than that. It's the parent who keeps showing up for a kid who's pushing them away. It's the worker clocking in when their heart isn't in it because their family still needs them. It's the veteran healing from things most people will never see. Today, remember this. Perseverance isn't just staying in motion. It's staying in conviction. Ask yourself, what am I tired of but still showing up for? What does that say about my character? You don't have to love the grind to respect what it builds in you. And an example of that is my daughter. We just had nationals this last weekend for tumbling and competitive trampoline, and it didn't go so well. I think it's just because of they changed groups, competitive groups, I guess. Organizations. There you go. They changed organizations. And this organization is a little bit more about the technical side of things. But this organization also produces Olympians and ones that compete for USA in the Olympics. So that's why, and they're a better ran organization. They really are. Like, awards aren't taking 3 hours afterwards to get. Like, they're on top of things, and you know the scores right away. And I really enjoy going to these competitions because they are just so much quicker. But, you know, after nationals, we came back. It was about a 5.5 hour drive because it was in Minnesota. We came back. We live near Chicago. And comes Monday after we get back, and they have practice already, right? So go to practice, and the daughter, I think she was just done from the weekend. Like, she needed a day off, and she should have took that day off or communicated that, but our daughter doesn't always communicate things very well. So then basically, like, she got on mom's nerves, and I think mom needed a break too, or the CEO, and they got at each other, and she wanted to stop doing competition overall, but we're like, you can't tell them no, because I want them to be their own individual, and I want them to grow and make their decisions. But then again, she's been competing in it so long that she's really good at it. But the way she's being coached, which the CEO is her coach and mom, which can be hard when your parents the coach because you never get a break from them. But I think she just got to be coached a different way, and but she's got to want it for herself, right? So that's why we're talking about perseverance. You need to find your drive on why you want to do this. We think you should still do it because I think you could be really good and elite at it, but you need that drive for yourself. You can't count on others for it. No matter what you tell yourself, I'm not going to work out because my wife wants me to work out. I'm going to work out because I want to work out. I want to feel in good shape. I want to feel healthy inside. So, again, perseverance, you got to ask what you're tired of and why you're still showing up for it. Man, I just drank something good and now I'm yawning. But, yeah, what does that say about my character? So, let's go on to the hack of the day, the 3-question perseverance check. When you feel like quitting, pause and ask, why did I start? What would stopping cost me or the people I care about? And what's the smallest next step I could take to keep going without burning out? Now, small steps count. Like half steps count. Any step you take will count. Sometimes just standing still counts. So try to do whatever you can to keep going, right? Persevere. Push through. Embrace the suck. If you're military, you've heard that. Just embrace it. So now we got our sports debrief. So I know I talked about the Open yesterday. And it kind of left me no time to talk about the All-Star Game. So I wanted to talk about it because it was awesome. I will say I don't watch All-Star Games very often. Just because, I mean, like any other sport, like football, I've never watched. I never watched. And baseball, hit and miss. Hockey, I never have. Soccer, no. Baseball, I have a time or two, and I've gone to an All-Star Game. But, this time around, I watched it. Because I'd watched the Home Run Derby, by the way. It was awesome. Congrats, Cal Raleigh. I mean, his dad was the pitcher. His son was the catcher. How cool is that, right? Like, your whole family's competing. It's so awesome. But the All-Star Game, man, after 9 innings they played, and the AL came back to tie it up to 6-6 to go into 9 innings. And they said they won't be playing any extra innings because you basically used up all your pitchers. There's no one left. You can't just go reuse pitchers, right? We'd be battling another 10 innings. So, and the extra innings, they did the first ever home run derby tiebreaker that decided to count. So, basically, 3 players that were active on the field, because I would have thought, they would use like Aaron Judge on one side and Ohtani on the other side. But I think you had to use the players that you had in play. And by that time, everybody was substituted out, right? So, Pete Alonso didn't get to bat, but I don't think he did. No, I think it was, I can't remember who would have been the last bat, but the AI is not telling me who the right people are. But the NL ended up winning. And but I thought it was just so exciting. It was probably one of the best All-Star games I've ever seen. Just to come down to a home run derby, you get 3 pitches, and if you knock all 3 out, that's 3 home runs. The next batter. So, and one of the dudes did that. I can't remember his name, but he did. He stole the MVP for the All-Star game. But it was fun. If you missed out, I'm sorry, but it was a good All-Star game. It was cool. But when you're tired and the score's tied, when the lights are brightest, that's when perseverance defines you. And that's, then I'll end up still winning either way, but hey, the AL tried to persevere and come back. So now our salute to the load bearers today on staying the course. Today we honor, hold on. Now, every time I come to the podcast, I start yawning. It's because I'm lacking oxygen in my brain. I'm sorry. Okay, today we honor the father who keeps showing up when he feels unseen. A caregiver who keeps showing compassion when their own tank is empty. The teammate who stays steady when the group is losing momentum. And the leader who says, one more try, when others say, it's over. You show us that perseverance isn't glamorous. It's often invisible, but it's what holds families, teams, and communities together. And we salute you. All right. Now it's come to the mid-mission reflection. So this is where we're going to take 60 seconds for a pause of silence. It won't be silence. It'll be music. But for these 60 seconds, I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions and think about them. Answer them. And then we'll move on. So, first question is, where in my life am I close to giving up? What part of me still believes it's worth trying? And who am I doing this for? Even a little clarity can feel a lot of perseverance. Let's take a moment to think about that, and we'll be back. All right. I forgot to hit unmute, but that was about 60 seconds. Actually, I think it's just now 60 seconds. So, all right. Moving on to this day in military history. It is July 17th, 1944. And we're looking at the Port Chicago disaster. Ooh, what's this? Oh, not good. An ammunition ship explosion in California killed 320 sailors and civilians, most of them African-American stevedores. In the aftermath, 50 men refused to resume loading munitions without safer conditions. They were court-martialed in what became known as the Port Chicago Mutiny, a pivotal moment for civil rights in the military. I mean, if 320 people just died and you're supposed to still work on that port, no thanks. I'll see you later, guys. I'm not doing that. Like, that's crazy. I mean, it's a waste of federal tax dollars, honestly, to not provide them with safety. But hey, we got those intact today, right? So, all right. This day in military history, July 17, 1955, Disneyland opens. While it's not a battlefield, there was a triumph of vision and perseverance. While Disney faced nearly a decade of skeptics and failed pitches before opening what he called the happiest place on earth, it was ridiculed as Disney's folly before it became an icon. Interesting that I threw that in there. It wasn't even military, but I mean, hey, perseverance, right? These stories remind us perseverance can look like resilience in disaster or faith in a dream no one else can see. So now we're moving on to tech gear built to endure. The first one's an Oura Ring Gen 3. I've been looking at these and I've always wanted to get one. Just don't have the time to get one yet. It's a track recovery, sleep, and readiness, so you can stay in the work without burning out. It's about $300, but I mean, it does look pretty cool. The Garmin Instinct 2 Solar, built for endurance. It's GPS solar charging and stress tracking. I don't know what that is though. Is that a watch or something? Give me a second. Yep, it's a watch. Cool. So yeah, that's about $450. And then we got the DeemedFit Everyday Active Hoodie. Durable, purpose-driven gear made by first responders. It's $55 on DeemedFit.co, not com, but co. And with that, moves into the next one, because keep that in mind, we've affiliated with DeemedFit. They're a fitness brand built by first responders for those who carry heavy. 10% of the proceeds support mental health nonprofits for veterans of first responder. If you use code LowBearingDad, you get 15% off at checkout for gear that gives back. So, shop at DeemedFit.co. Charlie Oscar. I've already bought something with them, and I'll let you know how it is. But yeah, I'll look for other affiliates, but they lined up perfectly. Like, they're about mental fitness and health fitness, and I mean, we're all about that right here, right now, right? So might as well partner up. So yeah, if you check it out, let me know what you think of their stuff. They have like a lot of different stuff, and they also help with custom shirts and everything if you're any type of law, police, military, or not. And they also do hats and all that stuff. They have really cool stuff, and the prices weren't bad compared to a lot of the other places I've seen. Like, I had a potential other partner to partner up with, but I would never want you guys to pay that much. So but here you get 50% off if you use Load Bearing Dad. So check it out. Let me know what you think if you do it. So today's tactical brain teaser, by the way, the answer from the last one is wind. I can't remember what that was about. Give me a second. So the last one was voiceless it cries, wingless it flutters, toothless it bites, mouthless it mutters. Wind. Interesting. I would have never thought that. We always do these and I always try to think deeper, but we really shouldn't. So now, the teaser for today. What can run but never walks, has a mouth but never talks, has a head but never weeps, has a bed but never sleeps? Drop your guesses down in the chat, DM me, email me, whatever you want to do. Let's see what you got. All right, so perseverance is about never breaking down. It's about never staying broken. Whatever you're carrying, keep going. Even one more small step matters. This is Load Bearing Dad. Carry on, carry well, and carry together.